Mr. Matlala is trying to make things better with General Sibiya through you in relation to the fact that he has mentioned General Sibiya in affidavits which are now public. And a journalist is asking about the relationship between Mr. Matlala and General Sibiya. You recall that?
I recall that.
That takes the whole of the day of the 22nd of December. It culminates in that a WhatsApp at 7 minutes past 7 in the evening, chat number 3 on page 74. And we went through this at length previously, where Mr. Matlala sends you, for forwarding to General Sibiya, a copy of his correspondence, of his WhatsApps to his lawyers, trying to get them to qualify what was said in the affidavit so that it won't implicate General Sibiya in a relationship with him. And he sends that WhatsApp at 19:07:21 with a message saying, please show him, and you have shown that. You then forward the WhatsApp to General Sibiya. We've been through all of this at length previously. His very next communication to you after that is, can you please send picture of the card back and front? And I want to put to you that what's happening here is that Mr. Matlala is feeling vulnerable in his relationship with General Sibiya and yourself because he has caused difficulty for General Sibiya by publicly disclosing part of that relationship. And in order to recover some power in that relationship, he has said to you, send pictures of that card back and front, because he is wanting leverage over you. He is wanting to have a picture of you holding his credit card so that he has some leverage over you. That I put to you is what is going on in these chats. What is your response to that?
I would not know what he was thinking at that time.
Well, that wasn't your version earlier in relation to why he wanted a picture of the card. Why did he want a picture of the card? Of you holding the card?
According to me, maybe he wanted to replace it or do something, but he wanted me to send that picture.
He doesn't need you to send him a picture of the card if he wants to replace it. He can go onto his FNB app that we know that he uses, and he can get full details of the card from his FNB app. Why would he want a picture of you holding the card and a picture that comes from your WhatsApp?
Honestly, I would not know what he was thinking at that particular time.
Mr. Shaskerson, is there anything about Sergeant Nkosi having to hold the card?
No, he doesn't ask for Sergeant Nkosi to hold the card, but he wants the card WhatsApped from Sergeant Nkosi.
Also, the focus is,
Yeah.
The picture coming from Sergeant Nkosi.
A picture coming from Sergeant Nkosi of the card. You see, the only reason that I can think of him wanting a WhatsApp of the card coming from you is for him to have some leverage over you. I can't think of any other reason why he would want a picture of the card. He can get the card details on his bank app if that's what he's interested in. Can you think of any reason why he would want the card on a WhatsApp from you, or a picture of the card on the WhatsApp from you?
I would not think of anything other than the one that I gave you.
There's one.
Sorry, can I just say, Sergeant, that what doesn't make sense to me is Mr. Matlala is head of security of Mr. Msibi.
Yes.
The jet ski belongs to Mr. Msibi, and you say you took it back to Mr. Msibi's property. Why it is that Mr. Matlala would want you, who is not employed at Mr. Msibi, to be the one that deals with this card that he left in the jet ski. If he did leave it in the jet ski, why he's not one going out there to get it himself? Maybe he's too busy. Why he's not asking somebody else who's where the jet ski is and therefore where the card is to go get it for him and deliver it to him. I don't understand why he would involve you in it. It doesn't make sense, that sequence of facts, that you're now doing the runaround and about this card when in fact you are far removed from the jet ski apart from having collected it and dropped it off. Do you want to explain this, which doesn't make sense?
I think, my Honorable Commissioner, it is the matter of I was, at that particular time, I was the one suitable for it to be handled by me. Not that it was the matter of why do I have to handle it because if I'm not working for Mr. MCB. It's because of maybe at that time I was...
Yeah, you see, this makes sense only if you had the card on you. If you took the card and kept it on you, however you got it. If it was on you, then I understand why Mr. Matlala would be talking to you and saying, send me a picture of the card and sending that message, I need my card urgently. I would understand why he's speaking to you over time about this card. But if it was not on your person, then it does not make sense that he's engaging with you about returning the card to him. You understand the difficulty?
I understand, Commissioner.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chaskalson.
There's one last aspect about these chats in relation to the... sorry, are you wanting to
Do you want to
answer?
respond? I'm sorry.
Yes, I understand what the Commissioner is saying, but I don't agree with it. I just wanted to say that.
Well, I haven't put a proposition to you
Yes.
about what I think happened.
Okay.
All I'm saying is it doesn't make sense, and I don't understand it, that if you did not, because Mr. Chaskalson is suggesting to you that you had the card on you and you were using it in the way that he has described, and you disagree with that. And I'm saying if you didn't have the card on you, on your person, then and you're not using it in the way that Mr. Chaskalson is explaining, then it doesn't make sense to me, and I don't understand that Mr. Matlala would want the card from you, and have you be the one that picks it up and go and deliver it to him and is engaging you about it. It doesn't make sense. That's all. Yeah, I wasn't putting any proposition to you. No, not today, not yet.
Oh.
Thank you.
Can I just follow up? Because, Sergeant Nkosi, you see, that's the problem with your many contradictory versions. What Commissioner Baloyi is saying is that you must have had the card with you on this day. And that's the only way it can make sense that Mr. Matlala asked you to take photos of the card. And that is correct, because in your statement you say, before this day, you bought a service kit for the same jet ski using that card, which means if we take what your written statement to the Commission says, the card was already with you, because the only way you could have bought a service kit with this card, to quote your statement, this was done before 23 December 2024. I cannot recall the dates on which the transactions were made. It means you already had the card in your possession and you were already using it when these texts were sent to you. So I don't understand why you're disagreeing with that or you have difficulty with it, because it must be correct. How else would you have done the transactions to buy the service kit if you didn't have the card with you?
Maybe these data. But there is no way that I could have bought the service kit without that card.
So you must have had it with you.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's Commissioner Baloy's point. Okay.
Well, Sergeant, in fairness to you, I should draw your attention to the chat at 5 January 2025. If you go down to page 75, chat number 6, on the 5th of January, Mr. Matlala wants his card, and he says, I need that plastic, how will I get it? Your response is, my man, I can drop it tomorrow, same place as lost. So that does suggest that you have been using the card before, and you have dropped the card back at Mr. Matlala previously.
That's correct.
Now, what place did you use for the drops of this card?
At his office. Okay, maybe I did not hear well. Can you repeat that question?
Yeah, what place did you use to return the card to Mr. Matlala when you were using it?
Oh, at his office. Did you say what place did I use?
What place? You say same place as lost.
Yes,
And so you're saying that's the office.
yes.
And is there any reason why you didn't say, can drop it tomorrow at the office, as opposed to same place as lost?
Maybe it's how I write my statements. You know, it depends on.
Did you use the card on a previous occasion and drop it off at Mr. Matlala's office? On the occasion other than the 5th of January 2025. So was there a prior occasion when you had the card with you and you returned it to the office before the events we are talking about here?
Can you repeat that? I just wanna.
All right, we are on the 5th of January 2025.
That's correct.
Was this the first time you returned the card to Mr. Matlala's office, or was there another occasion previously when that happened?
No, I think it was only two. Remember, I once used it to buy a battery and a service kit for the jet ski, other than the upholstery. So it was just the battery.
And then on that occasion, you returned the card to Mr. Matlala?
Yes, that's why I'm saying I said I will return it to the place as last.
Okay, thanks.
But as you point out in the statement, that was done way before the 23rd of December, the jet ski purchase, the jet ski service kit purchase. So if you go to page 1 in your statement file, you say, I also bought the jet ski service kit through it on his request. That was done way before the 23rd of December 2024. I can't recall the dates.
Which paragraph is that?
Paragraph 5, the end of paragraph 5.
On my statement.
That's correct.
The statement that I've sent to, okay.
It's up there, General. Sorry, Sergeant, it's up there if you don't have the correct page.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yes.
Sergeant, I'm going to move to a different topic now. And this is the...
Maybe before you do that, Mr. Chaskalson, in the theme of appearances, that Sergeant, you've had this card for use and not found in the cubby hole and kept there. If you look at page, if you look at page 77, the one that you were looking at with Mr. Chaskalson, and maybe just to complete this discussion, at page 77, you have check number 7. Mr. Matlala says, I'm still waiting for that plastic, and that's on the 21st of January. You see where I'm reading? Page 77, the very last check, number 7.
Yes, I see it.
He says, I'm still waiting for that plastic. I can send someone to you if you can't come to my office. That's what he offers. And then you answer the same day. You said, I'll come tomorrow, which is the 22nd. I'll come tomorrow. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's on page 78. Now, that chat is again on the 21st of January in 2025. Now, if you go to that file 3, that has the bank statement, and you go to page 1328, I'm happy to start there. At page 1238, you have various expenses there that indicate someone had the card. So you see halfway, not halfway, 3/4 through, or a quarter through to that statement, on the 10th of January, there's a purchase at Sasol, mid-ridge, for quite a substantial amount. And then you go on the 11th, there's a purchase at Habanero, Menlin, and then you've got another purchase on the 13th at Tasha's, and so on and so on. So that's the 13th, and that page, as you would see, ends on the 21st of January, the list of items. But the point I'm making is you have these purchases on the card, on the 10th, the 11th, and the 13th, which suggests that, and then you've got again on the 16th at Sasol, twice at Sasol, and quite a significant amount of money, which suggests that, and then you've got another one at Koi on the 20th, which suggests that whoever was in possession of the card in that period was using it to pay. You see what I'm pointing? Yes, and so it's consistent with the proposal or the suggestion from Mr. Chaskalson that you had the card for use. He suggested to you what it was used for, but we see from this that in the time that the card was still in your possession, you were in fact using it. You accept that's what the statement indicates or suggests?
I accept what I see on the statement,
Yes.
but I don't accept that I'm the one who was using it.
Okay. But you had the card. The card was still under your control. That's why Mr. Matlala is asking for it from you. On the 21st, he says, I'm still waiting, and then you say, I'll bring it tomorrow, which means it's under your control at that point. It can only be so.
As you see there, commissioners, the card they used to transfer money, send money, cash, and so forth. That was not me. And
yes.
in some of the places, I don't even know these places.
Yes.
It was not me.
I'm deliberately not pointing out to the transfers because they can be done on the app. There's
Yes.
the Uber, there's also the Uber payments. I'm
Yes.
not talking about those because those are done on uploaded apps, right? So
That's
I'm
correct.
speaking about where there are payments on a card. The card has had to be there for one to make transactions. I mean, KOI, you can't pay KOI from a picture of a card that you sent to him on WhatsApp. You have to have a physical card on you.
I disagree.
I wasn't there. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. It
Yes.
looks like you had the card on you and you were making the payments.
No, it was not me. But, Commissioner, you know, almost in the phones we download cards. Like there are possibilities he might have tapped. Not actually there are possibilities. He used the same card to tap in.
So he didn't need it really. When he says to you, I need the card and you apologize for the inconvenience. On this explanation, he really didn't need it.
It was not in my position, so
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sergeant. Thank you, Mr.
Can I
Chairperson.
abuse this moment so that we don't come back to it since we are on the same file? If you go to page 71 of file 104, the one with the chats. Are you there, Sergeant?
that's correct.
So starting from chat 7, you will see that Mr. Matlala says to you, they are at my house with guys from the special task force beating my wife and kids. Do you see that?
That's correct.
And then he gives you the address in chat 8. Do you
Yes.
see that?
That's correct.
So you knew Mr. Matlala's address when you said earlier you're not sure. You knew Mr. Matlala's address. But go to my attention. You want to answer that?
No, I did not know it.
You didn't know it, he gave you.
Okay, I said I did not know the address of the estates.
Okay.
Yes, I only knew the one of Waterkloof because of he once sent me a pin location.
But the address you know because he had sent it to you on WhatsApp. At least by the 19th of December 2024. You knew it.
Okay, I don't want to sound I'm avoiding that question. The reason I answered that, I don't know the address of the estate,
But this one you know.
No, I know that one of a standalone where he sent me the location.
That's not really where I'm
Okay, no, it's fine. I was just,
passing,
I know.
pointing that out. So the conversation is that the special task force is at his house. They are doing whatever they are doing. And then the chat I wanted to draw your attention to is on page 72, chat 1, where Mr. Matlala says to you, tell our main guy. Do you see that?
Yes, I see it.
Who is our main guy? You and Mr. Matlala's main guy.
Maybe I assume maybe he was referring to General Sibiya.
You have to stop assuming. You must have known when he said to you, tell our main guy who he's referring to, because if you were not sure, you would have said, I don't want to make assumptions. Tell me who you're talking about. The fact that you didn't do that suggests to me that you knew very clearly who he was referring to. I don't want to do what Chair did on Friday. I want you to answer directly because it's a fairly straightforward question. When Mr. Matlala says to you, tell our main guy, who is
Yes.
he referring to?
Yeah, you might. I don't want to use might and assume.
No,
because
I
of-
don't, that's exactly
yes.
what I don't want you to do. I don't want
Yes.
you to guess. I don't want you to say maybe. Because if you were not sure, you would have said to Mr. Matlala, who are you talking about? But
Okay.
here you don't do that, which means you must have known
Yeah,
who he was
because of
referring to.
myself and Mr. Matlala usually talk about or with General Sibiya. I assume it was General Sibiya.
Yes. And why does he refer to him as your main guy, you and him? So he's you and Mr. Matlala's main guy. Why did Mr. Matlala refer to General Sibiya as your main guy?
That's why I wanted to bring that to your attention, but I did not want to interject you. He might have made a mistake to include me in our, because of it is his guy, not mine.
What do you mean it is his guy? How is
No,
General
no,
Sibiya
I'm-
Mr. Matlala's guy?
Yes, I'm saying that maybe I did not want to interject you on that, but maybe made a mistake on the typing error. Our guy is in no.
I understood that part. You said he made a mistake by including you because General Sibiya was his guy. So I'm asking you now, how is General Sibiya Mr. Matlala's guy? Mr. Matlala's main guy? Accepting that he made a mistake by including you, I'm now asking you, how is General Sibiya Mr. Matlala's main guy?
Okay. Maybe not shying away from the question or avoiding the question. Let me just take him as well, because he's also he's my boss, General Sibiya. He's my guy, and his guy. That means 50-50. It's our guy. Let me just for an argument.
So it's no longer a mistake. You now accept that he's your guy.
You know why, Commissioner? Is not my guy. Not that is my guy.
Not just guy, main guy.
I don't know. I don't want to say something that will, at the end of the day, I will contradict myself. But I don't know what Mr. Matlala meant when he say our guy. I'm just talking now. I'm raising this to you because of we are talking.
So
not that.
you don't know now sitting here, but at the time you knew exactly what he meant when he said, tell our main guy that the police are at my house and they are beating my wife and kids.
But obviously he was referring to General Sibiya. Commissioner.
But why are you avoiding the issue? Why does he refer to General Sibiya as the main guy?
Maybe the word our, it sounds a bit.
No, forget about our. I'm saying main guy, the main guy. Why does he refer to General Sibiya as the main guy?
Maybe because of his rank.
No, but he's not the main guy at SAPS. We know General Masemula is the main guy. So his rank does not justify being called the main guy. We know that General Masemula was the main guy in terms of the rank. Why specifically General Sibiya? Why does Matlala say General Sibiya is the main guy? Forget our, his, or yours. Just the main guy.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Why does General Sibiya why does Mr. Matlala want you to tell Mr. Sibiya, General Sibiya, that the police are at his house?
I took it because when we're now briefed by General Sibiya, it was, when you can't get off hold of me, Nkosi will pass the message whenever he sees me. So it was on those bases.
I understand that part. But why does he want you to tell General Sibiya? Why not Brigadier Ramangwa? Why not General Shibiri? Why does he want you to tell General Sibiya that the police are at his house?
I would not know.
Isn't that exactly what you did on the 6th of December 2024 when they were also at his house? That you immediately called General Sibiya to tell him that the police are at Mr. Matlala's house?
No.
Did you not call General Sibiya after you put the phone down? You said in your evidence, Matlala told me to put the phone down because the police are outside his house or they are already inside. And then you immediately called General Sibiya to tell him.
I phoned, I never said I immediately, I said I informed Brigadier Ramango and Colonel Mashabela.
Yes.
Then I also informed General Sibiya.
Yes, you did inform General Sibiya.
Yes.
So why do you act like you didn't do that?
Yes, I did, and I said it, Commissioner, that I phoned General Sibiya.
So this was a consistent pattern on the 19th of December when Matlala says, tell our main guy. That's a consistent pattern that when the police are at his house, you tell General Sibiya about it.
I did not take it that way, that it is a consistency, because on that first occasion, it was an operation or it was an investigation. So on this one, they are not the same according to me.
And what were you telling General Sibiya to do? What was the purpose of telling General Sibiya about this operation?
It was just to inform him of what Mr. Matlala has told me.
So that he can do what?
To be honest with you, Commissioner, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chaskowski.
Sergeant,